Welcome back to my channel, everyone. I have discovered within the hidden depths of my computer a classic work of Gothic literature that I believe you guys are going to be highly anticipating. I will be reading it out in a dramatic manner as I believe it was meant to be read. It is entitled The Cursed Fridge, and I do believe it to be on a similar maybe standing to the Gothic classics, although that might be a bit of a stretch considering it's rather ridiculous. Either way, I am going to read this as though it were a work of classic literature, voice acting and all, and I do hope you enjoy it. Matilda had heard about the cursed fridge before. The local villagers whispered about a mysterious cream figure, rectangular and cold. Rumour had it that looking upon the fridge would transform you into a fruit which differed depending on your personality. There was no counter-curse to this transformation. If you encountered the fridge, you would remain a fruit for the rest of your life. The most terrifying aspect of this was the possibility of ending up as a mouldy blueberry. That would be truly devastating. Matilda had also heard rumours that this strange object was home to a fascinating treasure. Nobody knew what the treasure actually was, of course. Anybody who encountered the fridge became a fruit, so they could not impart their knowledge. Matilda was always curious. Her curiosity about the cursed fridge only intensified with each warning tale. She didn't even care about the treasure. Who cared about treasure when a spectacle known as the cursed fridge existed? She honestly believed the tale was rather stupid. Her curiosity was more based on logic. A cursed fridge. The fridge turned you into a fruit. There was treasure in the fridge. Honestly, how did the idea of treasure even come from that? Even if a cursed fridge existed, it wouldn't make sense to then assume there was treasure within said fridge. It was rather hilarious. Nonetheless, Matilda was brave and disbelieving, so she decided to hunt for the cursed fridge alongside her friend Rachel. Rachel, unlike Matilda, believed the rumours. "Tilda, what if we end up stuck as a fruit forever? Can fruits even eat? OMG, I can't go my whole life as a literal fruit!" she cried. Matilda just shook her head. "Rachel, honestly, cursed fridge, fruit, is nonsense." But was it? Matilda and Rachel approached the path exiting the village. A small cave was situated to the side about halfway down. This was rumoured to be home of the cursed fridge. The two girls heard sobbing from within. Rachel screamed and ran in the opposite direction. Matilda shook her head again. Honestly, Rachel had no sense. Somebody was crying. They were probably upset over something. Matilda approached the yawning entrance. "Hello? Is anybody there?" A creaking sound. "Hello?" Shifting. Loud, metallic screeching. Matilda startled and stepped back. "Is anybody there?" she queried, her voice shaking slightly. The clunking of metal, a shape approaching the entrance, amber eyes staring out from the cave entrance. A fridge! A giant fridge! And it was moving! And crying! What on earth was happening? Matilda turned to run, but the fridge reached out and pulled her in. She screamed. Rachel was long gone. Matilda expected to look down and find a mouldy blueberry in place of her body. This was not the case. She was alive. "Matilda Jones Smith," a voice ground out gently. "You have been chosen to receive the treasure of the fridge." Cliché much? Matilda thought, tutting slightly. "The treasure is truly magical, truly wonderful, truly amazing." The fridge spat her out, along with 5 mouldy blueberries. The fridge was more humanoid than fridge. Although it was rectangular, cold and white, like a fridge, it had stick arms and stick legs. Its face was printed like 3D magnets. The fridge looked terrifying. The fridge smiled. "The treasure," the fridge began, smile widening, "is a pot of Ben and Jerry's ice cream." Matilda let out a cry of joy and began digging into the best treasure ever to exist. The end. Sorry about that, guys. That was my best attempt at dramatically reading a story that I wrote whenever. I was obviously joking when I said this was on the same level as these classics. These classics are definitely 100% so much better than this. But I do have more. I was searching through my computer and I found plenty of stories which I had written around the time of year 6, year 7. So if you want me to read out more of them, I can. Let me know if you want me to keep the dramatic voice. I promise you that's not usually how I'd read something out. And once again, definitely not on the level of Dracula or Frankenstein. I don't know what was going through my brain when I came up with that concept, but it exists now, and now you can read it. And I do have some bloopers, but I might have deleted them. So either you're going to see some bloopers next, or you're not. Hopefully you can, because they were pretty funny. There was one where my mum, she threw a pot of fruit at me while I was trying to read it out, and I just like, burst out laughing. And there's the other one where the washing machine was just so loud you couldn't even hear me speaking. So I filmed it without the washing machine. So yeah, if you enjoyed this strange, different video, make sure you leave a like and comment and subscribe. As I said, I can read out more of the cursed stories that I've written at some point in the past. I think there's one about a meteor shower, one about dinosaurs, and one about the Titanic. The Titanic one's a bit odd, and I wrote it when I was 7, so it's up to you if you guys want to hear those or not. I also have a book upstairs of when I used to attend writers group, and there's some weird stuff in there. I do hope you enjoyed the cursed fridge. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye! This transformation. If you encountered the fridge, you would remain a fruit for the rest of your life. I have to shout over the washing machine. The most terrifying aspect of this was the possibility of ending up as a mouldy blueberry. This transformation. If you encountered the fridge, you would remain a fruit for the rest of your life. The most terrifying aspect of this was the possibility of